The woman's first act after being reborn is to go to her fiancé's boss's office to commit suicide by hanging. She clearly remembers that in the previous life, her fiancé broke up with her because he had a relationship with the boss's niece, thinking he wasn't worthy of her. No matter how the woman begged, her fiancé remained indifferent and even slapped her hard. Unexpectedly, this slap caused the woman to die. The scumbag didn't feel any remorse but instead left the scene hurriedly at his mother's urging, thinking that since the woman's family was childless, no one would find out. But the fiancé's mother didn't expect that the woman had actually come back to life. When she saw the woman alive, she thought it was a miracle that saved her son. She immediately prepared to leave, but the woman called out to her. The heartless mother said that her son was now a cadre, so getting rid of the woman was reasonable. The woman then realized that the mother and son were truly ungrateful. The next moment, she decided to teach the heartless mother a lesson. The following day, she planned to go to her fiancé's workplace to settle the score. However, when she arrived at the gate, she was blocked by guards. But the reborn woman wasn't someone to be easily intimidated. She sat down at the gate and started acting like a troublemaker. This scene caught the attention of the commander's son, who immediately became interested in the woman. When the woman heard this, she wasn't the least bit intimidated. Instead, she boasted that the man looked so handsome, yet he was still so conservative. She claimed that as a commoner, she couldn't even enter the compound to seek justice from the commander. Was he trying to imitate old-fashioned ways? Then she lay back down on the ground, continuing to act like a troublemaker. This scene instantly sparked more interest in the man. He immediately asked for her name. Soon, the woman found herself in the commander's office. This scene completely stunned the commander, who immediately asked what she needed. To his surprise, the woman quickly climbed onto the table and took out a rope she had prepared, effortlessly performing the robbery and hanging act. This scene scared the commander, who immediately told her to get down and promised to help her if she had any grievances. The next moment, the woman revealed that her fiancé had been taken by the commander's niece. However, the commander didn't believe her, saying he knew his niece's character well. Seeing that he didn't believe her, the woman immediately pulled out the marriage contract with her fiancé. Upon hearing this, the commander became furious and immediately called his niece and the fiancé to his office within 3 minutes. However, the fiancé had no idea what was happening and thought that the commander was calling him to congratulate him on his upcoming marriage with his niece. As soon as he entered the office, he saw the woman, but she didn't buy it. She insisted on teaching this ungrateful person a lesson. To calm the woman down, the commander immediately decided to cancel the engagement between the fiancé and his niece. However, the niece refused and sat on the floor saying she wouldn't marry the man. Seeing this, the commander was almost angry to death by his niece's behavior. At this point, the woman declared that if the man returned 3 times the dowry, she would immediately end the engagement. The commander immediately ordered the fiancé to pay the money and handle the situation, as he couldn't afford to lose face. However, the fiancé said that his monthly allowance was only 20 yuan and asked if they could pay the dowry in installments. When the woman heard this, she didn't budge and demanded that he borrow the money. At this time, the man watching the scene also agreed, saying that he remembered that the niece had deposited some dowry in the bank a few days ago, so it would be better to take it out and return it to the woman. The woman immediately left the military area with the money. Her generous nature won over the man's heart, so the man confessed his identity, revealing